Welcome back to Dimes on Duval, presented by Coastal Indoor Golf, alongside fellow Americans Mike Yazji and Skylar Chase. I'm Keith Manzi. Mike, you're giving me a look. You're not American?
That was the last. I did not expect that introduction.
What did you want me to say?
It's not like you said you're a proud American. You're just an American.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
Welcome back, boys. It's been a little while since we've been in the studio. It is kind of been the slow period for us, honestly. I mean, we could have probably come in a couple times before, but it wasn't really that much to talk about.
Well, I mean, we were probably a little bit delayed on reacting to some things, and
for sure, the Super Bowl.
And then
by the way, we gotta admit we all were dead wrong on that. We all picked the Chiefs.
Did we?
Yeah, I mean, we did.
That Tom Brady, he uses that to motivate himself. That
He was listening to Dimes on Duval before. He's like,
most likely.
Prove these idiots wrong.
You saw that hype video he posted. He said he thanked all the local radio shows and such. So, I mean, you're welcome, Tom Brady.
Yeah, it was all us. Quick response. Was it disrespectful for him to throw the Super Bowl trophy?
No.
Or do you care?
That was awesome. I can't wait for
he won it. He can do whatever he wants.
Jacksonville to have a river parade and to see some Goldilocks toss.
So riddle me this: we win the Super Bowl. Are we gonna march past the jail?
No, they're gonna be in the river.
Goal?
They're gonna be in the river. I'm pretty sure they'll model this game plan.
So they would just be in the river, and we'd just be on like the river walk or something.
You can cover so many parts of Jacksonville area by taking the river. You can get to the Fruit Cove area at some point. I mean, depending on how long they wanted to make the parade, you can incorporate the whole city. You can start south, move downtown.
I don't think they'll go to.
They'll probably do Mayport to downtown though. Yeah.
I don't know about Mayport, but they'll probably do something from Bay Street all the way down. It'll be like I don't know. It'll be interesting. Let's just win a Super Bowl for once.
Yeah.
I just think it's interesting, though. It's like, all right, here we are in Jacksonville, Florida. They're marching down the street right in front of the county jail. All right, awesome.
Well, that's if they win it next year or the year prior, but, with
year
all
after?
these downtown renovations happening in the near future, who knows?
Yeah, at least they're going to demolish that half-built building that killed a guy like 12 years ago.
Didn't it fall down on its own?
They were building the garage and it collapsed, and yeah. I'm not sure if it was one or a couple guys, but RIP to them. But yeah, they're finally going to get rid of that building. So, yay.
Well, this might be a bad segue, but RIP to Louis Nix.
Oh, God, yeah. Jacksonville ties. Definitely hate to see anybody pass.
He's only 29. Crazy.
29 years old, only a few years older than us. Notre Dame, great. Never really found any success in the NFL, but hey, I mean, at least he got there.
Yeah, I mean, to make it to that level is obviously takes a lot of skill and work, especially when you're over 300 pounds. People over 300 pounds typically battle health issues on a daily basis, and he's out here throwing guys left and right, getting to that next level, and, doing it from Duval County going up to Notre Dame, playing for, one of the most famed collegiate programs of all time, and then, apparently, he made that program kind of what it is because they didn't have a coach when he committed. From what I saw, was reading, that's why some Notre Dame fans love him so much and admire him so much, is that he was so loyal to their program.
Irish chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys said it best.
Moving on to a little bit more happy stuff. We got a little game that we were supposed to play last time we recorded that we just completely forgot about. I will take the blame for that. I wrote it down.
Well, to be fair, we kind of got off track with your question of who's going to get back to the Super Bowl.
That's right.
After the game, it was Bucs or Chiefs, so we kind of got off track there. But
so
don't
should we
worry.
continue that game again?
No, we're not continuing.
No. We will move on to the game we were supposed to play. We'll follow that with a little bit of NASCAR talk because it's going to be a little important now.
It's our new game called Easily Distracted.
Yeah, we are very easily distracted. We're going to wait on the college basketball talk. We're going to wait a little bit closer. I mean,
of all March Madnesses, this is probably the most mad March.
For sure. And as you're listening, it will be March. So as of right now, it is not March as we record, but we'll get a little bit closer to tournament time and talk about that. Skylar's got a little coastal news. We'll talk a little TPC and then just a little bit about Jacksonville, of course, as always, as we wrap things up. But let's go ahead and jump right in here. So we went on to Pro Football Focus, PFF, the website, and we looked at the top 20 free agents according to them. I asked the question of the top 20, which one of these players do you want to see in a Jaguar uniform next year the most? So we're not going to go through each individual player. I mean, the number one is Dak Prescott. Obviously, we don't really want him.
Link if you want to click on the link.
Yeah, we can keep that in the stats, or you can just go on to
PFF.com. Ask us in the
PFF.com.
comments. We're not going to share it with.
No, and the number one is Dak. The 20th player is J.J. Watt. So everyone in between, they're good players. I mean, give or take.
It depends on the position. Like Fitzpatrick's in that list. It depends on your needs.
Yeah, but we're going to go to Skyler first. Who is your pick?
Well, I want a comeback from Allen Robinson. And, I mean, I think, why not? You know, you have this is how you win Super Bowls, okay? You get a quarterback on a rookie contract and load the team with excessive amount of talent to where you spread the ball out everywhere, and you just take advantage of that rookie contract that the quarterback's on. So what a perfect, like, you bring Allen Robinson back, pair him up with DJ Chark, Colin Johnson too, and Laviska Shenault, and you have James Robinson in the backfield. You can ultimately have an offense that can do anything and everything. I know the defense is a concern, but when you can score more than X amount of points, the defense is not a concern at that point. I mean, that's the Chiefs that are example. They got to the Super Bowl, and then we saw how important defense was with Tampa. But I mean, our situations are different. If we come in with Trevor Lawrence and then an immense amount of talent on the offense to where he can spread it out, just takes so much pressure off of him trying to create, and force a relationship, which many teams try to do with a rookie quarterback and some receiver or something. They try to force a relationship between two players, but when you have all these players across the board, it just helps more.
That's fair. I mean, I'd like to see A-Rob back in the teal. Primary teal.
You probably don't want to see him against Green Bay anymore either, so.
Oh, it doesn't matter. We still beat Chicago anyway, so it's all good. But, yeah, I mean, he's only 27. He would have, obviously, a better quarterback than he's ever had.
The best. I mean, there's a stat from PFF. I would have to go find it to find the exact number, but, like, it's something crazy. It's like only 65% of his catches that he's caught were actually deemed catchable.
That's terrible.
Because his quarterbacks were Blake Bortles, Nick Foles, and Mitch Trubisky.
You mean the second best quarterback in Jags history?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but doesn't mean he's accurate.
By the way, for anyone that does not know previous episodes, that was complete sarcasm.
Nah, Mike was being serious.
Yeah, he's being serious. Yeah, he's right about that.
God, Bortles.
So when you look at it from the perspective of Allen Robinson was young when and he would have had his best season had he not tore his ACL. Blake Bortles had his best season that year despite not having A-Rob. So I thought, had we chose A-Rob over Marquise Lee, we would have had a better offense the year prior, and you probably would have seen Blake also progress more and more and have more confidence. But that's another debate. We can skip that. I just want A-Rob back.
Okay, all right. Mike, what about you?
So actually, when I first saw this article, I was thinking A-Rob, but I was like, A-Rob could be pricey because we're also going to have to pay DJ Chark next year. So I got to think for that because I like DJ Chark a lot. I think DJ Chark and A-Rob are very similar in the way they play. So I went on the defensive side of the ball instead. I was going to go William Jackson, who was ranked, I believe, 16. And I actually was like, corner's nice and all, but our biggest issue for Jaguar fans was stopping the run. The Jaguars were one of the worst run defenses last year. So my decision for a player that I would really like to see is Leonard Williams, the defensive tackle end out of New York, the Giants. Reason why is I'm like, you know what? Might as well go back to 2015 and fix that selection. We took Dante Fowler instead of Leonard Williams.
Oof.
We could have had Leonard Williams back in 2015, and don't say Leonard Williams went number 6, and he's been an all-pro, Pro Bowler. He is really a dominant presence on the defensive line. He is one of the best run stoppers in the league, and he can get after the quarterback, which I would love to see. Granted, he is a much better run stopper than he is a pass rusher, but As a pass rusher, he can learn. He can help Josh Allen. He can help Caleb Chason. He can help whoever we draft or sign in free agency.
I think
get
just
better.
having a massive body helps too.
Exactly, and we have not had a good run defense since 2017, and that was with Marcel Darius.
Marcel Darius was the
Malik
guy.
Jackson.
Malik Jackson.
So we need a run stopper, and Leonard Williams is the best run stopper in this free agency class, in my opinion.
All I was gonna say about Dante Fowler is the team needed a psychologist for him, and if we had a team
didn't
psychologist,
need one. He just needed one.
well, I mean yeah, but I think about all the players in the past, even Blackman probably could have used a psychologist or a therapist or whatever.
Yeah, but
Matt Jones.
Fowler was not good in Jacksonville. That was a bust. That was a bust. But Leonard Williams has
Fowler's
been
just don't have a head straight.
I believe he was he was only a one-time Pro Bowler, but he was a all-rookie team nominee, and he's been playing really well for the Giants and Jets in his tenure in the NFL. So I'd take Leonard Williams any day of the week.
Nice. I mean,
what about Friday?
Yes, even Friday.
Okay. All right. I'll go to the other side. More of a pass rusher in Shaq Barrett. He's 28. He showed me that he knows what he's doing to get to the quarterback.
He dominated the Super Bowl, didn't he?
He did really well in the Super Bowl. He did really well against Green Bay. Too well. It was frustrating. Granted, that entire line is fantastic, but I mean, he had a 20-sack season in 2019, and it was only slightly more effective than the year previous. So, I really think that he would help Josh Allen a lot, because Josh, all he did was just get double team because Taven Bryan is just a feather.
So Taven Bryan will be gone. I cannot wait for the first day of free agency or whatever. It's probably not going to happen, but it'll probably they won't cut him that early. They'll probably wait till training camp.
I'd love them to cut him on the first day. That'd be great.
I cannot wait till Taven Bryan's off this roster.
But yeah, I mean, how you're talking about having help on the defensive line, I'm all for that too. It's Leonard Williams is my 1B just because I think run defense obviously would help, and then just having an extra body. Preferably the one that was similar to the size of Calais Campbell helps. Just having someone that huge and athletic is just a game changer in itself. And if he can hold two bodies on his own and let Josh Allen and Chason run, or if you get Shaq Barrett where they had to spread their attention out, I think that obviously definitely helps. And that helps obviously our secondary with who we need to kind of figure out what's going on back there besides CJ.
Absolutely. And, we got a lot of money. We can do a lot of these things. And hopefully the Jaguars make some good pick. So, with that, Skyler, you chose Allen Robinson. He's PFF ranked number 3.
Do it for Dale.
Yeah. The race is on in the background right now, too. Shaq Barrett is the 14th ranked. And Leonard Williams is 19th. So if you guys go on and check out the top 20 list, even if you want to go top 25, let us know who you think that you want the Jaguars to pick as well. Other names like Joe Tooney, Will Fuller, Levante David, Justin Simmons, Trent Williams. There's a lot of good names on here that you may think would be a better fit in Jacksonville than our guys. So let us know. We'll post it on Twitter, obviously, and Instagram and Facebook. And we'll leave that open to you. So that was good. That was a fun little game there. I like how we all pick different things.
Whatever we do, please don't sign J.J. Watt.
What do you have against J.J.? I mean, obviously he's a Texan, but
you don't think that
something? What were you saying?
Well,
Skyler?
I know we talked about it hypothetically off air. He brings the veteran presence similar to Calais Campbell, and he can teach our rushers some moves that only J.J. Watt knows. J.J. Watt has a lot of knowledge and expertise in how to get to the quarterback, and I don't think it hurts having that knowledge taught to our youth down here. So obviously his age is a factor, his health is a factor.
That's where I'm at. His age and his production in the last 2 years have not been great.
Yeah, but you think about playing against the Texans twice, he's going to get 3 sacks against each of those games because he's going to be extra motivated. And then he knows divisional opponents very well already, such as Indy and Tennessee. So it's not too much of an adjustment there. So there's some easy adjusting in, he's looking for maybe 1 or 2 years, not anything long. So I don't think it hurts the team in the long run. I think it benefits them in the short run.
Problem is he's looking to win, and he's not.
You don't think we're gonna win?
We're not going to Super Bowl this year.
Not with that attitude, Mike.
Have you seen our team?
Have you seen the potential of our team, Mike? We just talked about how much money we have to spend. Well, we didn't say the value, but we have a ton of money to spend. There's good free agents out there. There's a lot of talent.
Give me 6 wins. I'm happy. I'm not doing this again.
We'll do this closer to the season. We always have our selection show.
I guarantee 8. That's just all I'm gonna say.
All right, good to know. All right, and you make a fair point, Mike. I can't disagree with that. But you don't think he would be at least even just a nice, like Skylar said, just a presence in the locker room?
Okay, for what, 2 years? Like I don't think he's gonna want to go to somewhere he wants to win.
Look at how the defensive line performed with Calais.
The teams that he's been mentioned to are Buffalo, Tennessee, Green Bay, and I can't remember the 4th team. Those are all teams.
Cleveland.
And Cleveland, thank you. There was one more team. There were 4 teams. All of them made the playoffs last year. All of them have been in an AFC championship except for, or I'm sorry, the conference championship game. Except
Green
Cleveland.
Bay has not been in an AFC championship.
No, except Cleveland. So I think JJ's going to look for a winner and somewhere he can play immediately and can hopefully will provide for that team. He's going to go to Tennessee because he wants to destroy the Texans.
Well, see, that's why I think Jacksonville's a better option because I don't think Tennessee's going to be better than Jacksonville next year. I think
really,
yeah, really. Like I think Derrick Henry, obviously, he's very consistent, and strong, and powerful, but that you never know what can happen at that position. And then
so you think Tennessee is going to have a worse record than Jacksonville next year?
Yeah, I think we're going to be better than them in the division. I think.
So you think the Colts will win the division?
No, I want to say it. We'll wait.
Just make your prediction now because we'll bring this back later on in the year.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm looking at everything on paper with how Houston's handling their Deshaun and JJ situation, if we're looking at Indy not knowing who they got Carson Wentz at quarterback. If we sign the right pieces and Tennessee's only good piece, I mean, all right, I shouldn't say only good piece because they got some good receivers. A top 5 receiver in my opinion. Yeah, I would agree with that. Well, maybe not top 5. He's young.
Maybe top 10.
He's young, yeah. So, but Derrick Henry is the offense of that team. And I think, the running game, as great as it is in the playoffs and late December and all that, there's no guarantee you can have a running back be healthy in that time, no matter who it is.
So you're saying that Tennessee Jaguars are going to win the division, pretty much, is what you're saying.
I'm going to say we're going to get second, but I think...
Wait, okay, so I just asked you Tennessee. So you say they're a better record than Tennessee.
So Houston's going to win.
Oh, God. Okay, Jacksonville's going to win the division.
Are we going back? Are we the Central? Are we going to have Cincinnati?
No, because
my hopes up. I'm just going to go with Jacksonville just to say it because Tennessee's the team to beat. Yeah, Tennessee is the team to beat. But I'm just saying with the way they run their offense, there's no guarantee that you can have that consistency for more and more years. I speaking against Derrick Henry is probably wrong. It's very wrong.
I've done that multiple times and I've gotten bit in the ass.
Yeah, it's very wrong
in regards to fantasy football. So
it's just more so. I'm just more so looking at from the perspective of you can't guarantee that Derrick Henry is going to be healthy later on. I mean, he does condition himself better than any other player. So
just to make sure we're on the same page, you think the Jaguars are winning the division in 2021 season?
I just don't want to say I'm rooting for Tennessee to win the division.
Well,
you don't have to root. No, but we just know it's not going to be. I don't think it's Jacksonville.
I'm sitting here and I know the Magic aren't going to win the division, but I'm not rooting for the Heat.
All right, so ask me after the draft and free agency, because right now Tennessee, sure, yeah, because we don't have the pieces. We don't even know we're getting Trevor Lawrence because. Yeah,
okay, you know what? We'll mark this down.
Look,
2 months from now.
I wrote down on paper
guaranteed,
right next to dumbass Mike Brown's don't make the playoffs in 2021. I circled it. Skylar, an 8-win guarantee for the Jags, and the Jags will have a better record than Tennessee. I'm not saying they're winning the division, but I said they have a better record because you did say that. So.
All right, yeah, I can because honestly, I could see Indy winning before winning the division over us and Tennessee, to be honest. I don't want to
even because you were shitting on
you
Carson
were
Wentz
shitting on Carson Wentz.
Yeah, I am shitting on Carson Wentz.
All right. I mean, I don't think Carson Wentz is that great either. So I'm not saying any of this. I'm not gonna agree or disagree.
My perspective is more so Carson Wentz has a higher chance of catching lightning in a bottle this season, and also there's also a higher chance of Derrick Henry just being outworked. Just because, I mean, that's the way they've been running their offense the past 3 seasons. And Yeah, he's a beast. He's conditioned for it. But it's 3 years, and he had 2,000 yards last year. He's not going to get 2,000 yards again this year. He'll still get 1,500. You think he's going to get 2,000 yards again this year?
He could, man.
He could, sure, but
he's a freak.
I'll write it down.
Has anyone ever gotten
gotten
2,000 yards in consecutive seasons?
I don't think so,
He would
but
be the first.
We'll have to check with our
He's
fact
a
checker.
freak of nature.
But on that note, his production level is going to drop regardless of how you
We
look.
thought that this year, and it didn't happen.
He's not going to get more than the 2,000. Yeah, I know 2,000.
He had 250 yards against Jackson in Week 16. But
And he's not going to get that same production against us in these 2 games. He might, but they're going to be playing a different game against us. Because, like I said, if we get the offensive pieces, we get Allen Robinson or the pieces I deem would be worthy for our offense team players I would be excited to watch. There's no way Tennessee can keep up with our offense running Derrick Henry throughout the game. If we score more than 35 points a game, there's no way they can continue to run Derrick Henry against us. There's no way that their offense, the way they run that ball, is going to be maintainable in this NFL, in our division at least, if we are able to turn things the way I think we can.
And we'll see. So you're saying it's going to
everything
be
has to come together.
But we'll reevaluate this in 2 months after the free agency and draft.
Yeah.
We'll see if you're sticking with the Jags.
It's because we have to see the pieces first.
Of course, I get that. So
I
you're
think-
saying, as of right now, Colts are 1, Jags are 2, Titans are 3, and Texans are 4, I'm assuming, because Texans are imploding.
Yeah, I'd feel comfortable going that.
Okay. Just to put a little wrap on this as well, I went to Wikipedia. No 2,000-yard back-to-backs. Only.
So, yeah.
Well, there have been back-to-back years, just different players.
Well, okay, yeah. I mean, that doesn't mean
Still
that's,
crazy.
that's
The
moot.
point
that's
I was
moot
making
for this
was
point.
Derrick Henry.
It's still crazy, by the way, that there were back-to-back years of 2,000-yard rushers.
What's insane is O.J. Simpson doing it in 14 games. And not 16.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's just
He killed
and he
everyone
only
that
had 12
year.
touchdowns too.
He was on trial for
143 yards a game.
Eric Dickerson did it in 1984, and he had 14 fumbles.
14 touchdowns.
Well, they never
That's a lot.
stopped handing the ball off to him, probably.
Well, yeah, and everyone on the list is in the Hall of Fame except for Adrian Peterson and Derrick Henry.
and Jamal Lewis and Chris Johnson. You're missing that. You're missing that whole.
Oh, I'm looking at the Hall. I meant retired. I meant they're all retired except for Adrian Peterson and Derrick
Oh, I
Henry.
got you.
My bad. Jamal Lewis should be in there. And
Anyway, that was a good tangent we went on
yeah,
there.
that was. Let's shift gears literally into NASCAR. We are at Homestead, Miami, as we
Final
are recording
race.
right now. Former final race of the season. Actually, the third race on the slate. We've gone to Daytona twice. We've had 2 separate winners. And I know a lot of you don't really care about NASCAR, but we are pretty excited because Skylar and I are obviously NASCAR guys, have been our whole lives. But Mike, we talked a little NASCAR before the Daytona 500. You kind of just threw some names out there just randomly. Anthony Alfredo and who was the other one?
I completely forgot.
I want to say it was a Hendrick guy. Regardless, it was either Bowman or
The Liberty
Byron.
guy.
Regardless, yeah, they both suck. But you actually decided to pick a new driver to follow for the season.
Yes, it was the winner of the last race, Christopher Bell. I don't know. I just was rooting for him. I was like, yeah, over, what was his name? Kyle Busch? Who was the? I don't know who was in first place.
Joey Logano.
It was Logano.
Yeah.
Slogano. I know that name.
Slogano, yeah.
Part of my take.
He slowed down pretty much on that final lap. Like Bell just went past him.
Bell just flew by him. Yeah.
Chase Elliott was making a run, but Denny Hamlin just wants to rear end people and
Then Hamlin, yeah, he's higher and higher on my shit list each season.
he needs
but
to change his pajamas.
yeah. I hate that
So,
commercial.
that
It's the
commercial is
worst.
so annoying.
Hamlin. Ugh.
We didn't say a commercial we hate every episode.
Yeah.
I actually
you
am
bring it
completely
up,
down
yeah.
for that. Like I would not.
I would just destroy that. But Christopher Bell was in the 95 last year. Took over for Matt DiBenedetto when he left for Wood Brothers. And now he's in the 20 car, the former Tony Stewart car.
And the Logano car.
Or Eric Jones. You know, we can just keep going on that.
I
But
don't even know the history like that.
it's all good. It's all good. But Christopher
Well,
Bell
it's-
is the leader in points right now. So you picked a good driver.
For now.
It's early. I mean,
It is early.
If we were looking at he's in first place and we're going to Homestead 3 years ago, oh, wow, what a great season.
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be like, Mike, geez, man.
That would be the
You get some
definition of
money.
the bandwagon.
The
right
bookies need to find you.
yeah.
there. The bookies
The
need to find.
degenerates or whoever needs to make money.
Yeah. Well, at least your guy Chase has got some stage wins. I mean,
Yeah. Well,
Matty D has been just
Chase, he's going to have a
Terrible
solid
luck.
season, I'm sure. He coming off the championship season last year. He just dominates road courses. It was fun watching him last week until the final tidbits. But yeah,
Dumb caution call with the rain. There was really no rain.
yeah.
But my guy Matt DiBenedetto sitting comfortably in 32nd in points right now. Just blowing the doors off everyone right now. So maybe we should play a little game to see who finishes top in points at the end of the year. I mean, Mike, you're in a pretty comfortable position with a win under your belt, and I'm sure Chase is gonna get one. I'll probably lose that one.
I'm not. I feel like Chase would win that pretty easily. Like despite Bell having a good start, like Chase is more experienced.
You can get fluky wins on road courses in Daytona,
Yeah.
and that was a combination of both. So it was kind of like, all right, cool. I love McDowell too, getting his first win. That was just made me kind of happy to see a long-time journeyman just finally breaking through and getting a dub. But we got a long season. I'll probably end up watching the rest of the race after we're done here. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. We'll keep track on Christopher Bell throughout the season to see how Mike is doing, just like we did with baseball in previous years. Moving on, the TPC. Oh, man, I wish I was playing like... Oh, wait, no, that's the Masters music that I really like. But TPC is in 8 days, Skylar.
It's
8 days.
coming up quick. I initially didn't like the move from May to March, but the weather's going to be nicer, but it's already 85 degrees right now anyway, so it's already hot.
This is why Florida's the best.
Well, I mean, it depends on your outlook.
Was that sarcastic or was that real?
No, that was actually real. Like, I'm not being sarcastic.
Oh, no, I don't want it to be warm yet. Golly.
It's just, yeah,
We're in
months of it being
February,
warm.
or about to be in March. I don't care. I'm over
Okay,
it.
March, April, May, June, July,
That's
August,
fine.
September, October. That's like 8 months right there. That's too much.
Then move.
I will.
Well, he's talking about it, but
one day.
yeah. Well, so anyways, it's hot out there, and the grass I'm sure will be softer though in March, just because we got all that rain the past couple weeks. But the people at Sawgrass, the maintenance crew, they'll get it playing nice and firm. But yeah, this is when they play it in March, it just makes it easier for longer players to play because in May it's
Did you say longer players?
Yeah, exactly. So because in May it's a lot hotter, the grass is a lot drier.
Gotcha.
When like Rory talked about it when we did our event with him this season, the year he won, he talked about how he's able to just grab his driver on some holes, whereas prior years he had to think to himself, can I pull out my driver? Do I need to pull out a 3-wood? Just because he knows it's going to run to the end of the fairway.
That's right.
So now they can just kind of grab a club. Yeah, they got to grab a club and go. They just don't have to think as much. It's going to benefit the longer players, like I said, but it's still a tighter course, so I don't think we'll see like players like Bryson play as well as he has in other situations. It'll be interesting to see who plays well, but obviously limited capacity tickets. So
yeah, I was just about to actually mention that it's
I think
with,
it's like
with
20%.
COVID, much smaller crowds, and
Already sold
according
out
to the
pretty
website,
much, yeah.
it says sold out. So what are people going to do to watch?
Those things sold out quicker than a Jonas Brother concert. So they if you want to watch, obviously you can go to bars across the area. There's apparently a spot you can find like official watch parties. One of those places is going to be Atlantic Beach Barbecue. And
I've never been there. Sounds good.
I actually have not been there either, but it's right on Atlantic Beach, or Atlantic Road, right before
Boulevard.
Atlantic Beach. Yeah, Atlantic Boulevard, yeah. Road, Boulevard, Street, Court, same thing.
Circle.
Yeah. Lane. Anyways, it's
Trail.
there. It's right across from that Popeyes. Or like, and the
Okay.
Lucky's Mark in the Publix sign. It's right there.
Wait, is Lucky's?
I
Are they
don't know if
gone
it's-
yet?
I don't know if it's still a thing anymore.
I'm pretty sure they went out, but
The old Kmart, whatever.
it was cute or whatever.
Depending on if you're a beach local, you could call it different things. But we'll have a sim there. So you can... The places that have official watch parties, you're supposed to be able to get official merchandise and such, too. So, like,
Ooh.
you know how you go to a tournament, you can get the polos and this and that. They're going to have these at the bars. I'll have to figure out how to find out the different watch parties. But we'll be at Atlantic Beach Barbecue for one of those watch parties. And then we also might be at a place called T-Dubs, which is also in Atlantic Beach. And it's like a little...
Not B-dubs, right?
No, T-Dubs, yeah.
T-dubs, all right.
It's apparently like an upscale men's boutique kind of. It's got like a smoker's lounge in it, something. I've never
Good
been
Lord.
there.
All right,
It's
fancy.
got a speakeasy, I think, from my understanding too. And likely to have a sim there too. So we'll have some sims out in the area in Atlantic Beach if you want to come watch and play. But we'll also have our shop open at Coastal if you want to watch and play there. And we just got a kegerator, so we got draft beer now.
Yes, sir. Let's drink some beer. You're talking about merchandise. I think right behind you under that football, I think is my pin that I got from last year.
The Doodle Bob pin?
No, I do have a Doodle Bob pin. Yeah, shout out to my coworker for getting me one.
Actually, pretty awesome Doodle Bob pin.
Yeah, I got that the other day at work. But right under the football, is that my state of Florida?
Yep.
I got that from TPC when I worked it with Chick-fil-A. I would love to be able to get another pin. So yeah, I definitely would come out there. Are you going to be at the sim? Or are you going to be at the shop? Or?
That's going to be discussed. I guess I'm going to be
out there?
I'm going to be somewhere. I'll be somewhere that week. There's Thursday through Sunday for actual tournament play. But the weekend is the main priority, so I'll be somewhere Sunday, something like that.
You ever go out, Mike? TPC?
No, I've never been.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. I want to go, but tickets are so hard to find lately.
Well, this year, yeah, definitely. But
we'll have to get you out one year because it's just a fun event to go out and just drink and
that's what I've seen and heard.
Watch some golfers. Just
people like
do
to
what
drink.
they do really well.
I like to watch the golf. I
don't drink either.
Kevin
I'm working usually, so.
Kevin and I went for a practice round once, and we sat there on a grassy knoll, and I described to him how the players think about where they're going to land it on the green and how the slopes and the ridges affect where the ball rolls and the wind and all that jazz. So I get really in-depth when I'm watching. I pick a spot on each hole. I have a spot on each hole probably.
Okay, so you're the guy I need to go with next time so we know where to get in to actually get a good view.
If you go with me, I like to get there and be there all day. Like it's a 12
That's
hour.
fine.
It's a 12-hour thing for me.
Yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't say 12 hours, but I'd say long enough. I'd probably get sunburned before then. So.
Well, first groups go out at like 7:30. You know.
Oh, I remember working. You know, I've done it 2 years now with Chick-fil-A, and I remember. My favorite moment was, obviously seeing Tiger. That was awesome. Yeah, during the practice round.
I made sure to see Tiger at least.
Which, by the way, hopefully Tiger gets back to full recovery.
Hopefully, yes, absolutely.
Well,
but
I can speak a little on that too. I have some insider sources and such because we have a guy that works at Sawgrass, and so he knows caddies across the country, you know, and he knows some guys, and so obviously the reports are out that Tiger's he wasn't drunk or whatever. But that's nothing I'm telling you is new or anything, but I knew from the moment it happened, he had the shin had been basically smashed. His back infusion was rebroken or something, so he had just had back surgery again. So the recovery road was already gonna be long for that. I don't think he's gonna make a full recovery. Whether he plays,
well, I'm not talking about just playing. I don't care about that. Just walking.
Yeah, he'll walk and such. But to full 100% healthy, I don't think he'll have 100% healthy life ever again.
No one ever after getting surgery is fully 100%. You're 99% or whatever. You're never fully back to 100%.
But he was 80-ish, 85 when he was playing and winning the Masters, and it was good to see. And now it's just
probably at 25 or something right now.
We'll see him maybe in some tournaments in the future, but I don't think
a senior tour.
Well, he'll be on that in the future too, sure. But I don't think
Arnold Palmer swinging or Jack Nicklaus.
The honorary swings at the Masters. Obviously,
you know any more than those two?
For the honorary swings, no. Not
I was just curious. I was like, nice pull. I was all right.
For the
he knows swings? One because you can buy a drink in the public.
No, that's not
whichever one orders wrong at Chick-fil-A.
Arnold Palmer ones are good.
An Arnold Palmer, FYI, is unsweet tea and lemonade, not sweet tea and lemonade. You freaks that just love extra sugar.
Do you do half and half, of those or do you do 2/3 and a third?
At Chick-fil-A, usually I just do half and half because it's easier. But I usually try and top it off with unsweeted.
Because he does on the SportsCenter commercial. He goes third. That's true.
By the way, I'm one of those freaks. Sweet tea and lemonade.
That's not an Arnold Palmer. Don't call it that. You can call that an Ernie Palmer.
That's
Ernie?
Yeah, Ernie Palmer Toyota.
You're funny.
People call it that too. They'll come in
really
can I get an Ernie Palmer? And I'm like, what? Like, the sweet tea lemonade? I'm like, you're talking about an Arnold Palmer. Oh, yeah, sure. I hate people, man. I hate them all.
I'm still calling it Arnold Palmer.
No, you get the one with diabetes.
Yeah.
You get the diabetic Arnold Palmer.
That's fine. Anyways.
Yeah, well, let's wrap this up just a little bit about the Town Center, Phase 4.
What is Phase 4?
Phase 4, well, before Phase 4, did you guys see the Rooms to Go's going in where the old Toys R Us and Babies
to
R
Go
Us?
still in business?
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait.
So right next to Sprouts,
Oh, the one that
the old
used
Toys
for
R Us and Baby,
Halloween
yeah, the
Town or
Spirit
whatever,
store.
Yeah, the Spirit store.
So that's going to be a Rooms to Go. Yippee. Whatever. But Simon announced that a fourth phase of the town center is going to include another hotel. Wow. Yay. Marriott. So pretty. And there's going to be a theater. So there's going to be a movie theater.
At the town center. So
I'm not sure how that's going to
Tinseltown.
affect Tinseltown
Yeah.
or if it's just going to take away from Regal, which closed. So I don't know.
Tinseltown, I barely think gets anyone there. But
Hey, I go to Tinseltown every time I go to a movie.
I'm saying
I love
barely.
it there.
There are people that I don't know. It's gonna be very interesting.
Have you been there recently? It's
Not
nice.
since COVID started. No, I haven't been in years actually to the movie theater.
They really made it nice in there. You got reclining seats and stuff.
I like the AMC Regency because for that reason. So reclining seats.
Well, Tinseltown had those now.
The one that's
Yeah.
out at the new area, 210 area, that theater is beautiful. They've got like a little
Speaking of
sliding
210,
table you can put a popcorn
Speaking
tub
of
on.
the St. Augustine area, like the further out areas, Bucci's or Buki's is whatever opened up.
Bucky's.
Bucky's, whatever. I've never been there, so they opened up off World Golf Village. So I don't know what it's called. Bucky's, Bucci's.
Bucky's, yeah. Bucky
They opened,
yeah,
and
okay.
apparently I've seen a lot of social media posts. Look,
It's one of those places where it's like, oh, you got to go just for the vibe.
Is it like a giant Cracker Barrel?
It's like a grocery store
It's like
gas station.
from what I've heard, I think Busy Bee is unmatched, but we'll see.
What's a Biscuit?
Busy
if you
Bee's
go-
another truck stop
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
If you go to Tallahassee,
Have you been to
have to.
Jollibee?
I have not yet.
That's Filipino food.
I don't. But I'm just asking if you've been there.
I have, yes. It is good.
You like it? You get the
Yeah.
spaghetti, or you
I've
get the
gotten the
low
spaghetti.
hot
I've got the fried chicken. I've gotten quite a few things from there. The pies are pretty good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Other than that, the East San Marco Shopping Center is finally underway. Like 15 years, something, probably even longer than that. I remember taking Scott to school when he was going to Kenny and seeing that Publix coming soon would always be right there. And
Yeah.
I was like, nope, never mind.
E-Town's developing too.
E-Town Parkway, that has sprouted. I totally forgot about it, and then I was driving that way, and a buddy of ours that actually went to Kenny with us, he's been working on a lot of the homes out there, which I thought was pretty cool.
Who?
Gabe Aguilar.
True.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's
I
doing
feel
a lot
like
of
I
the
know
woodwork.
that name, but like
He was one of the ones that we had win tickets for a jumbo. Well, I guess it was a Suns game back then.
Okay,
but
so
he never
yeah,
got the
it's-
tickets because he
well,
couldn't go.
when I played Pop Warner, there's like a kid with that same name. So
He's our age, so
yeah, maybe.
probably.
But also Kernan Road is starting to be developed, and that's going to be connecting to Bay Meadows soon. So the whole city's just blowing up big, and I think with Trevor Lawrence coming in, you're going to see the city grow even more.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, I'm watching all these lofts of mine that just keep sprouting up everywhere.
Well, St. John's was the fastest growing county in all of America the past couple of years, right? And then
I mean, look at the what is it? Oh man, the beach town or whatever it's called. What is it called? Beach Walk.
Oh,
yes.
Where they made the artificial beach and stuff. I remember
My
when
mom
that
lives
was
right
going under
across the street from there.
contracting. Really?
yeah, she lives in. I'm not going to disclose her neighborhood, but yeah.
I was gonna say don't do that, but yeah, no.
I mean,
that's-
we could have bleeped it out, but
and the Culver's is open
She
right over
lives
there
in
too.
Bleep. I love Culver's. Culver's is great.
We tried to go up to the one out over there a couple weeks ago, and the drive-through line was like a Chick-fil-A line. It was
But not as efficient,
25
I'm sure.
cars deep. Oh, absolutely not. It wasn't moving.
Chick-fil-A had
We left. My dad went inside and ordered, and he thought it was pretty good. I like it. I enjoy
It's
it.
good, yeah.
Well, that's about it for our show today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Obviously, if you don't already, follow us on social. We're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We do have a YouTube channel that we don't use. If you ever have any ideas for any content or videos, let us know in the comments of any platform or just reach out to us directly. You can find us all on Twitter. Skylar is at SkyChase94. Mike is at Mike_Yazji94. And I am at Keith Manzi. So thank you again for listening to today's episode. For Skylar Chase, Mike Yazji, and myself, Keith Manzi, thank you again for listening to this episode of Dimes on Duval.
buy a house for me.
Buy a house for Mike.
Keep that.